Friends, we are looking for Torah here. We have a job to do. We have to finish reading the Torah and start all over again. And I thought, wouldn't it be a great idea, because we can't gather together, but we're going to read Torah all over San Francisco, to take the Torah on a Torah parade throughout San Francisco. Tonight we're going to end with a Torah dance. You're going to participate in it. You'll see how Cantor Addy does this. But for now, I have to begin at the end. And that's what we do in a sense. I'm going to get the Torah from Cantor Addy, who has it. He's just an amazing Torah teacher. We're going to take it to Cantor Lux at some point along the way. Our rabbis will read, but we're beginning at the end because Cantor Addy is going to begin again with Breshit when we end. It's complex, but that's Judaism. So here we are on a sunny day in Corte Madera, and there, Cantor Addy, you have the Torah.
Hi, I do. Welcome. Bruchim habayim.
Oh my gosh, and you have Kaya here too.
Yeah.
Have you been teaching Torah all year?
I've been teaching Torah all year.
And are you excited about ending and beginning?
I'm so excited that we've come to the end of the year and that we have a beautiful, new, good, better year ahead for us.
Oh my gosh, we need Simcha.
We need Simcha.
And we need
joy
Torah.
And
We
Torah.
need Torah, Simcha.
Yeah.
And we need to go with style. So
Yeah.
we're in the same bubble, but I'm going to put my mask on
Okay, me too.
and come forward. So
Okay.
we had to think of an appropriate way to travel the Torah around town. And this Torah, since you're going to go with us, is going to dance in style in what is a 1968 Pontiac GTO.
Sein Schmal viel für jeden, wusste mit nach Demokratie reden, sei uns bei ihnen so fröhlich. Tanz, 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 die neue Horde Israel wird wachsen, nicht in Größ. Tanz, 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 jeden kennen ein Horde, kiemet sie und heute.
We are standing here in front of the Presidio with the Torah. It's one of our stops along the way. The Presidio was established in 1776, the same year this country was established. But I believe that in 1776, this was in control of the Spanish. And the golden age of Judaism in Spain was an amazing age, so it ended. And hopefully we're still in a golden age now here in the United States that Emanu-El is a part of. So I thought it was a great place for us to stop here and have Torah visit the Presidio. Hi folks, we're here at Levi Strauss Plaza in front of the Levi's buildings, headquarters. And I'm here with the Torah because we wouldn't have Torah in San Francisco without our German Jewish founders. Levi Strauss was one of them who helped establish Congregation Emanu-El, helped make Torah vibrant and engaging. And we're grateful. I don't know if he would have realized what he had done, but you know, we never know what we've done to help establish and bring Jewish life forward. Hi friends, Torah is here all over San Francisco. We're in front of the Contemporary Jewish Museum. Pretty cool because it reflects the fact that the Torah tells us that Bezalel was given the ability to be an artist. And so this Contemporary Jewish Museum, it inspires us the same. That comes from this. Right behind me is San Francisco City Hall. Such an important institution, and of course a beautiful building designed by the same architecture design Congregation Emanu-El. Why am I holding Torah here? Well, Parshat Shoftim tells us that if you choose to put a ruler over you, then that ruler should have to study the Torah every day. That in a sense, nothing can override the values inside this text. They're supposed to guide everyone, from the one who draws the water and chops the wood to the one who sits on the throne or says the blessings in the Holy of Holies as a priest. So they have that spot right there. And then behind me over here, that's the San Francisco Public Library right there. That Torah really is a collection of books. And if you open up the Ark, what do we have there? Really, it's a library. And that Judaism celebrates knowledge and study. The Torah goes with us wherever we go. The idea of studying and learning and celebrating that joyful learning, that every one of us should be literate and connected Jewishly, and in science and in history and in poetry. All that is so important. And of course, here we are in front of a very familiar place, Congregation Emanu-El, the extension of your spiritual home. and this is where this Torah lives. But really it lives in your heart and on your lips and in your mind. It's a living Torah and Judaism that we connect to. I'm standing in front of a sign that lists all of our rabbis and cantors and leaders, but also lists the names of kids who are beginning bar and bat mitzvah, that they're going to carry Torah forward, and that we're a center of education. And I noticed when I came up here, a bag that somebody had left for food to be dropped off for the JFCS Food Bank and the San Francisco Food Bank. Because part of Torah is teaching tzedek tirdof, justice shall you pursue, tikkun olam, and the notion that we are God's partners. That the Torah inspires us to be our best selves and help fix a broken world and help us grow and nurture to be better people and carry light into the nations. So, Hebre, we've been driving around San Francisco. There's a teaching that Ezekiel rode on a chariot across the sky. And we've just ridden on a modern chariot, so to speak, actually a classic 68 GTO, so generously provided by David Dossiter, with this wonderful Torah, taking it around town. And we look forward now to opening up the Torah and rejoicing. And I don't know if you can see the dome over there of Emanu-El, but that we teach Torah here in our community, and we celebrate with Jewish communities everywhere, whatever their expression, that we're all on our way carrying this Torah forward for the Jewish people. The challenge is for us to keep it forever young, to keep learning, to keep connecting. And if you have friends who've never studied and want to connect to one of our Torah study groups, Rabbi Lawrence Kushner, amazing, teaches Torah at Emanu-El. I, in the Wrong with the Clergy team, teach Torah at Emanu-El Saturday mornings at 9:15. Or get your kids enrolled in our different expressions of religious school. We love and have the joy of carrying this together. Chag Sameach, everyone.
Pilze mir den neue Horisch, dass ich in der Reihe, lass mir singen am Yisroel Chai. Sitzt dasselbe Horen, nur bei uns ist sie ein neue.